Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well for Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope the weather was good. Down here in Southeast Texas, man, it was hotter than hell. But we did get a rainstorm yesterday, kind of cooled things off a little bit. But we're after today, I think it's supposed to rain a little bit today, but after that, boom, temperature's back up around 100. This is our MAC conference preview. I don't have any Mac things. No Mac T-shirts, no Mac helmets. So whenever I'm doing something like that, I just improvise. Got the football back here. Got some vault books back here. You gotta have something college football, even though I don't have any Mac stuff. So yeah, Mac conference preview today. We'll go over those teams, what they got coming back, what their non-conference looks like. Got a few news items today we'll get to. So before we get started, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Let's get it going. Okay. The Senate vote on the Protect College Sports Act has been pushed off until September. Congress went on their summer break. I think it was last Friday. Man, I wish I had a 5-week summer break. Isn't that awesome? I mean, wouldn't that totally awesome? And some more in the Congress news, which just doesn't make any sense to me. 4 teams had claims to the 1960 College Football National Championship. The U.S. Senate is adding Mizzou to that. A senator proposed that, hey, we need to add Missouri to the list of 1960 national championship winners. This is the important issues they got to deal with there in Congress. We got to make sure that somebody deserves to win the national championship. We got I guess, name them or award them that. That's the important stuff they got to do in Washington, is this kind of crap like this. So it's no wonder why nothing gets done up there and why so many of them are, most of them I think are worthless anyway. So anyway, there you go. There's your Congress report. New Purdue, did you see this? New Purdue athletic director, Tommy McClellan, said on his first day, last Thursday at a press conference, "We are here to win championships. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana." Did he even watch football last season? I'm just wondering about that. He says he knew it was wrong as soon as it came out of his mouth. Yeah, you think? So, what's Indiana do this year when they play Purdue? They beat them 55-0, 70-0, just to shut them up. You probably shouldn't have said that, especially on your first day, but gives us something to talk about. Offensive lineman Cole Hudson, he rejoins Texas after regaining a 5th year of eligibility. He went undrafted in the NFL, went to a few practice teams around the league, didn't get signed or anything, so he's coming back to Texas for his 5th year. North Carolina defensive coordinator Steve Belichick, he is out indefinitely on some kind of medical leave. Didn't see what it was, but boy, UNC, since last year, man, they're just a dumpster fire. I don't know what they're going to do this year. It's going to be interesting to see if they turn things around. But right now, it's just a very interesting situation to watch sometimes. And man, bad news. God, I hate when this happens. USC starting center Killian O'Connor out for the season with a leg injury. I think he injured it last Wednesday. I hate that crap, man. A long off season. These guys go through spring, go through summer, fall camp, fixing to get back into the season, and then something like this happens. Man, I feel for you, Killian. I really do. I hate seeing this happen to players in fall, any time of the year, but especially in fall camp after that long off season and the season's just a few weeks away. Man, that kind of stuff really sucks. And then there's some basketball news. Former Texas Tech forward Darian Williams will return for his 5th season. He's going to do it back at Texas Tech. He was at NC State last season. Didn't have a really good year. He suffered a lot of injuries, but he's going to come back to Texas Tech for that 5th season of eligibility. All right, MAC Conference. Let's go over some of these teams here. Western Michigan Broncos. They were 10-4, 7-1 last year. Won the MAC championship, beat Miami of Ohio. Won the Myrtle Beach Bowl, beat Kennesaw State. Lost the first 3 games. Didn't look like it was going to be a very good year last year. Then they went 8-1 the rest of the way. They kicked some ass. Man, but get this. Offense, you got 7 offensive starters coming back. 4 on defense, but man, those 7 on offense are going to help. Kicker and a punter. got a lot of offensive firepower back, as most of their O line. So that'll help out a lot. Returning starters on defense, they are all in the secondary, unfortunately. So non-conference includes Michigan. Ooh, man, right off the bat. Don't they usually play each other every year, though? Michigan or Central Michigan or Michigan and Western Michigan usually play each other at the beginning of the season every year, it seems like. Monmouth, Rice down the road, and Boise State, who Boise State kind of fell off the map a little bit. We'll see what happens in that one. Toledo Rockets, 8-5, 6-2, lost the Boca Raton Bowl to Louisville. Before that, won their last 4 games of the season. So they ended it, before the bowl game, ended the season on a high note. Last conference title, 2022. 2 starters return on offense. And the punter. That's it. That's all that's coming back. When head coach Jason Candle left, unfortunately, most of the team left. Some went with him. Some just left. However, they brought in some good players. So a lot of those players have playing experiences, so they got some depth. So it's going to be wait and see on them. Right off the bat, Michigan State, Central Connecticut, Temple, and San Diego State is their non-conference. Miami of Ohio Redhawks, 7-7, 6-2, lost the MAC championship to Western Michigan, lost the Arizona Bowl to Fresno State, went on a 5-game win streak in mid-season, so that helped them out a little bit. Their last conference title, 2023, returning offensive starters, 5. There's the 3 returning on defense plus the punter. They said they're probably going to have a quarterback battle here in fall camp, so they're probably having it right now. Had a pretty good transfer portal class come in. Chuck Martin, he's a good coach, so keep an eye on them, see what happens. Non-conference includes Pitt, Holy Cross, Cincinnati, and UConn. Central Michigan Chippewas, 7-6, 5-3 last year. Lost the Game Above Sports Bowl to Northwestern. They weren't very consistent last year. 1-2, lost 2, 1-2, etc. Last conference title, 2009. But they do have 6 returning offensive starters, only 3 on defense, and the punter's coming back, but 6 on offense could help them out. Some playmakers, too, coming back on offense. Defense, they are going to have to play good to get them sit through some of those games because they got some tough games on that schedule. Non-conference, New Mexico, Colgate, Wyoming, and Miami. Ohio Bobcats, 9-4, 6-2. Won the Frisco Bowl, beat UNLV. Lost to Rutgers by 3, beat West Virginia by 7. Kind of a crazy season. Lost to Ohio State by 28. Last conference title, 2024. Here's the bad news. 1 returning offensive starter, only 5 on defense, plus the punter. Wide receiver Dom Dowart, only returning offensive starter. All 3 linebackers are return on defense, so that's good for them. Non-conference, Nebraska, Jacksonville State, South Alabama, and Stonehill. Buffalo Bulls, 5-7, 4-4 last year. Last conference title, 2008. Only 2 returning offensive starters, only 3 on defense. Said there's going to be a 3-way quarterback battle this fall camp. 31 new players have come onto the team, a lot of them through the transfer portal. Non-conference includes Albany, Florida International, Penn State, and Robert Morris. Eastern Michigan Eagles, 4-8, 3-5 last year. Started off 0-3 last year. Last conference title, 1987. But they got 5 offensive starters returning. Only 3 on defense, and the kicker coming back. Quarterback Noah Kim returns, and wide receiver Nick Devereaux. New interior group on defense, so we'll see how that gels out for them. Most of the defensive starters that are coming back are on their secondary. Non-conference includes San Jose State, Michigan State, Wisconsin, and Lindenwood. Not saying Wisconsin is going to lose that game, but as bad as they've been, Eastern Michigan would love to beat them. That might be some fuel for that fire, so keep an eye on that one. You don't have to watch the game. Just keep an eye on the score and see what happens there. Hey, first year in the MAC, first year in FBS, Sacramento State Hornets. Wow. All the way over there on the West Coast. They're going to be flying to the Midwest. 7-5 last year in the FCS. won the Big Sky in 2022. Oh boy, only one offensive starter coming back, 3 on defense, and the kicker. Tough first year in FBS for sure. And that's not the way you want to start your FBS career. Rebuilding the roster, they got long road trips. It's almost like they should have waited maybe a couple of years, but hey. Non-conference, Mississippi Valley State, Fresno State, North Dakota State, ooh, and Hawaii. Ooh, man. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say I don't think their first year in FBS is going to be very successful. But it's college sports. You just never freaking know. Ball State Cardinals 4-8, 3-5, beat Ohio. So that was a good point for them last year. Last conference title 2020. They got 5 returning offensive starters, 2 returning defensive starters, plus the kicker. They said probably will play a dual quarterback system again this season. Wide receivers and tight ends return, so that's some good news there. Both returning defensive starters are in the secondary. O-line and the D-line. They said both need to be good for their success, which probably holds true for any team. Non-conference includes, oh boy, Ohio State, Stony Brook, Liberty, who's kind of fallen off the map a little bit, but you never know. And then Northwestern, they got Chip Kelly there as OC. We'll see what's going on. Kent State Golden Flashes, 5-7, 4-4. Won first game, lost the next 4. Texas Tech, Florida State, Oklahoma were all on the schedule last season for them. Last conference title. Anybody guess the year and the people that were involved in that one? All right, 1972, their last conference title. Coached by the legendary Don James. They call him the Dog Father in Seattle because he won the national championship there in Washington. Know who else is on that team? Steeler great Jack Lambert. Coaching greats Nick Saban and Gary Pinkel. So that was a hell of a team and a hell of a coach. Hey, got 5 returning offensive starters coming back, so that could help out. Only 3 on defense. Quarterback Drew DeShields is back. He's passed for over 2,030 yards, 18 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, as is their top wide receiver, Wayne Harris. Defense, though, does need some work. Non-conference includes South Carolina, Wofford, Ohio State, USF. Now, they're non-conference. You can probably go ahead and mark Ohio State down as a loss. However, if South Carolina can't get things turned around, we know USF, they're kind of depleted now. Man, they got Wofford. Things go their way, they could come out of that non-conference 2-2 or even 3-1. Like I said, if the ball bounces their way. Not saying that's going to happen, but hey, you never know. Bowling Green Falcons 4-8, 2-6. They went on a 5-game losing streak last year. Last conference title 2015. Some bad news. Only 2 offensive starters coming back. Only 1 on defense. They did get some key players from the transfer portal that should help them out. They do have some talent back there in the backfield at running back. Strength and depth up front for defense, so that helps out a lot. Their non-conference includes Tarleton State, who's pretty damn good, Nebraska, Iowa State, we'll see how they are after Campbell left, and then South Florida, who's kind of, like we just mentioned. So that's going to be a tough non-conference for them there. Akron Zips, 5-7, 4-4 last year. Started off 0-3 last year. Last conference title, man, back in 2005. 4 on offense returning, 2 on defense. They expect to have a quarterback battle right now in fall camp. Star running back Jordan Grant is back. 1,032 yards, 6 touchdowns last year. 2 defensive starters back are on the D-line, so that helps out them out a little bit. Non-conference includes Wake Forest, Rob Morris, Minnesota, and UNLV. And then the UMass Minutemen. Poor guys. Last year, 0-12, 0-8. Last conference title, 2007 in the Colonial Conference. Never been to a bowl game. I didn't know that. I thought they had been to one, but evidently they've never been to a bowl game. 2 on offense coming back, 4 on defense, plus the kicker. They only scored 15 touchdowns the whole last season. That's just crazy. They did get some good players out of the transfer portal, so that can help them. I mean, because the only way is up, right? Unless they go 0-12, 0-8 again. I don't see that happening. They've got to win at least 1 or 2 games out of that. Okay, non-conference. Rutgers, who's a decent team. Sacred Heart, some years they're a playoff team. Stonehill, and then UConn. So there you go. That is your MAC conference preview. Later in the week, Thursday or Friday, we'll be doing what's next? Mountain West. We'll be going over the Mountain West conference. Anyway, like I said before, it's Monday. It sucks, but hey, keep your head down. Stay busy. Weekend will be here again before you know it. And we're only a few weeks away from that first Saturday. Have some pretty good games. We'll go over that as we get closer to it, the week of that first week, Saturday. Anyway, stay safe. Stay busy so the weekend will get here for you quicker. We will see you at the end of the week.